He's so angry. Reload your crossbow before you, like, have an aneurysm, dude. If there was ever a universe that needed, like, lots and lots of Xanax, that would be this universe. Good. Good. Better. Yeah, get scared, man. You should be scared. You should be terrified. You should be running. Because we're coming for you. And we're getting close. And we're hungry. Alright, so the question here is, we got 2 of these guys left. Do we switch to daggers? I think we do. I think we just do that. Like, if we switch to daggers, we might be able to... We might be able to get their armor. And this might be a really risky move. Again, like, there are only risky moves in this game, so you gotta risk some things. And this is not a risky situation at the moment. Like, they're pretty scared. We've got them surrounded. Our guys are actually all in good shape, so they're not, like, bleeding all over the ground like normal. So we can afford a little bit of screwball tactics. So if we can do that, we're going to try it. Because take the risks when you can, and don't take the risks, well, when you can't. And we did get all these guys knives for a reason. The reason is poking people in the face. Just poke them in the face. Get it. Get him. Get him. Oh, he dead. Did he... What the hell even happened there? Okay, he tried to run away, and everybody around him stabbed him all at once, like Jon Snow. Spoilers. So, you know, that's the thing. Though he's not going to Jon Snow his way back to this company. Oh, yeah, the stabs are real. These guys don't give 2 shits. They kill cats, they kill people. Nobody cares. Yes. Yeah, shit. Game of Thrones is coming up, right? We got season 6. We're gonna have like actual dragons now. Christ. That's gonna be a thing. Looking forward to that. I went and read all the books too. Like I got the illustrated history guide as well. So, you could say I'm a fan. Got an awesome chain shirt. We got a 140 nasal rusty helm. So we're going to give that to Thonal, actually? Yeah, we're going to give it to the Thonal. And then we're going to throw some of this this other stuff on other people. I'm going to throw this on our archers because this doesn't fuck up their vision. Dragons and Tyrion. Yes, I drink and I know things. Tyrion's the best. Like, really, really is the best character. I think that's pretty much everybody who I've asked to be like, well, who do you like in this show? And they're like, Tyrion. Like, who else do you like? I'm like, well, I like that guy that Tyrion hangs out with. I'm like, yeah, Tyrion. Tyrion and Tyrion's buddies. I just liked, I think one of my favorite parts was when he was in the castle in the sky, And he's in that cell with the jailer, who's just... He's a greedy little guy who's just disfigured and mean. He's like, gold? Don't you understand gold? I have lots of it. Not on me, not on me. Just, I can get it. That was a part I just lost it. It's like, jailer, pop, 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 pop. Get me the hell off of this. Alright, we'll get him being able to hit things better. Hit things better, hit things better, hit things better. This just makes sense. I just gave that to a militiaman because I wasn't fucking reading what I was doing. So what is your favorite Tyrion moment then? What is the most awesome thing that he has done? And if it's the Battle of Blackwater, then it's the Battle of Blackwater. Alright, our goal is to have money. Which is a good goal. So do you have anybody who doesn't have a Morning Star? No. Do we have anybody who doesn't have a Boar Spear? Yes. So let's give them Boar Spears. Do you have anybody... That's a hunting bow, so a better bow than this piece of garbage. So we'll give it to that guy. Standing up to the brat. Which one? Oh, standing up to Joffrey. That guy. Yeah. Joffrey's like really good at being evil. I guess we'll sell everything. Can't believe it, we're selling level 2 gear. We're making it. We're doing the things. This mercenary company could turn into a mercenary band with instruments. We might actually get instruments. Not like actually get actual instruments, but you know what I mean, like instruments of destruction. Dooms of our age. Things like that. That's a song from the Transformers the movie. It's got an awesome soundtrack. Brigand Hunters. Let's fight them at night. So the question is, what are Brigand Hunters? And I'm pretty sure they're dudes that have bows. And the reason we're fighting them at night is because they have bows. And they won't be able to hit a damn thing because it's dark out. Alright, so they're not even coming forward? Well, we gotta go up then. Oh, they are here. They're not moving. Alright, so we're gonna slowly, ever so slowly, reveal what the map is going to be. I don't like running forward, but we're going to run forward. Because there's 6 of them and there's 12 of us. And if numbers counted for anything, they're gonna count for something right now. My only concern is that I also need shields to count for something. Oh man, how'd he get over that? Why are they back in... Oh man. This is... These brigands, they're not bringing their best. I don't see any decent armor on any of these guys. This guy's got a butcher's cleaver. He just came from the shop. Like, he's not even a real brigand. Like, his brother's like, hey man, can you fill in? I'm not feeling too good today. So, you know, the brigand band's gonna be real disappointed if I don't show up today. And can you just fill in? You look like me. It's like, sure, man. Whack. We're just gonna get... You're just gonna get stabbed in the face. That's what she teaches you. You know, you should learn. Oh, he is all sorts of fucked up. Oh, he's still making that awful noise. Why am I so happy when that happens? It's like there are noises in games that just trigger a visceral reaction in people, like, you know, chimes and the save sound in a lot of games. You're like, oh, amazing. In this game, it's the sound of people suffocating on their own blood. It just makes you feel good inside. That's how you know it's a good game. You have to question your own sanity when you play it. And we're not that insane, right? It's reasonable to laugh when people die. Alright, we got within his threat range. Let's run up there and show him what for. So, oh yeah, that's why Steve's playing games. Because today is Saturday. It's a substitute. Yeah. Man, this guy's... He's been abandoned by all of his friends. We slaughtered everyone he's ever loved. And he's standing there in the rain with a knife. Like, he's still standing there, though. Like, you gotta give him credit for trying. But we just cut him down into the mud. Did he have any gold on him? That's what I care about. We'll leave him. So we got some cured venison, gold, tools, arrows, more arrows, and some armor. That's great. When you're ahead, man, I've had so many runs of this game end in the last couple days just because of this crap where I do everything wrong. And that we're actually making progress here is just... It's just because of the sphere wall. It's just because of actually taking a moment. So I'm checking these guys. I want to make sure that they got plenty of knives on them. Excuse me. And, yeah, so plenty of knives. I would like to attack this ruins of Orcbane Keep. Once proud fortress. We want to attack it during the day. Because during the day we're going to have a higher chance to hit the enemies. So we're gonna wait for dawn. So it's dawn. Let's go get him. Let's also just double check real quick if we got any level ups or anything on our party. No, everybody's in good spirits except for you. Why are you? We're supposed to chase Bitey to force the player to keep moving, like what I've seen in other games. Oh yeah, well, Bones VXV, the Flash game, I actually got to play it. Adam gave me a super secret copy of what they had. And this game is hopefully going to be a lot more and have a lot more stuff, because there's some interesting history there actually. Back at EA2D, I worked with Adam. We only actually met each other in person for just like a couple times. But EA2D, we worked on Dragon Age Legends and some Mass Effect games for mobile. It was kind of a studio within EA that was very much independent. And so Adam and Sean were gonna probably contract with EA to like make this game and all that. So I got to see the very, very, very early Dashkin stuff, and there was a lot of free to play stuff. There's a lot of stuff wrapped up in there where they're trying to force a lot of mechanics like that would make it a free to play game. Things where you put in stuff that's annoying and you have people pay to not have to play against it. And then basically they never signed any contracts with EA2D because EA2D fell apart. It was like our studio leadership left and bad things happened to basically everybody involved. So they didn't sign any contracts, which is a very good point. Dashkin is not under EA's auspices, which I'm sure all of you are very happy did not happen. But yeah, the new game has a lot of really good ideas. That's one of the things that Adam's been working on really hard is the story and the mechanics, and we're going over it and asking a lot of basic questions and kind of doing the basic redesign of like, well, why? Just asking questions to ask questions. Not to pick fights or to do anything, but just to ask like, well, just why are we doing X and Y and Z? And I'm very confident that the new version is going to have what people want to play. So let's see. This stump is just like really screwing over our ushers. Well, fine. So let's see what we can do. We kind of just want to sit here. Now, one of the things that EA is actually good at is taking the hate on itself. A lot of the times when the studios get acquired by EA, they're not so good at financial straits, and usually they've also lost a lot of the people that made their studios good to begin with. So what ends up happening is EA comes in and buys like an intellectual property, and then kind of a studio that probably lost some of its best people and doesn't have money and has been kind of in bad straits, then ships a game, and people blame EA for it because they're like, oh, EA is the problem. EA always comes in and screws everything up. And actually, in a lot of ways, EA helps because they take the blame from, the developers who are the ones building it, who have made maybe poor business decisions. Like making a good game, making good business, they don't always come together. So I hesitate to hate on EA too much, having actually worked there and seen kind of the boots on the ground, like soldier level view. Like they've done some really good stuff for the games industry, and they're not there to fuck everybody over. Solid ground, you mean like over here? What kind of pillar are we looking at? Yeah, a bad penalty. Well, let's see if we can lure them in here, then. Thank you for the advice, Dathonal. You're the reason these guys are still alive. So one of the things that was actually really good, well, good and bad. One of the things is people really hate on like Dragon Age 2. So Dragon Age Origins came out, and Dragon Age Origins was amazing. It's one of those masterpiece games that you really have to go play, and there's just so much content in it. But then you realize, like, how long did it actually take people to build that game? And they're working on that game for like 7 years. So, and there were a lot of people working on that game. Like, how do you pay for that? And the answer is they didn't. They weren't able to pay for it. So you end up needing a big company to come in and bail you out and, you know, pay the people who have been working on your game for the last so many years. And a lot of them have been taking pay cuts because they're passionate about their games. And EA comes in and gives you a retirement plan. They give you financial security. These people can actually like stop living off ramen and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and go have a family. And so people hate on EA, and I'm just like, you know, there's some good there having an actual business run some of this sometimes when they run out of money. Because game developers also kind of fall into that trap where they get too involved in their work and they lose the rest of their life. They become broke and they got nothing left. Mobile game companies, though, fuck those guys. That's all bullshit. Alright, so let's regroup here a little bit. We just ran forward because fuck the world. Let's get ours. That's what I really liked about EA2D was kind of a small group of people that actually had real connections. And that has not been common in places where we had actual, like, people who cared about what they were working on. Because a lot of the places, like, I've worked at big corporations like Amazon, and I've worked at small places and startups like Molten Games down in San Diego that fell apart. And EA2D was kind of a mix. Like, we actually had the security of a big company, but we also had the protection of our creative juices of a small company. And as a result, we actually were able to knuckle down and ship some stuff, which, if you know anything about games, it's that shipping things is nearly impossible. Like, for every one game, there's probably 5 or 10 that die on the shelf. Well, they never make it to the shelf, but die on the vine. So whenever it actually makes it, even if it's bad, even if it's a bad game, usually some blood went into it. Well, we're just going to be ineffective here. We're just going to run up there to do what we can with what we got because we must. You are acquainted. Good. Well. Very good. We got him. We might get out of this. So if you know a couple of game devs, what is there anything that we don't know about ourselves that we should know? Because we never get to those eyes from the outside in. All right, so we got 4 guys left. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy is wounded, but he's got stuff, so we're gonna go for him because he's the greatest threat at the moment. Let's. We can't take any real shots. Oh yeah, food. Yes, food's important. Go get some actual food. If you do not eat, you'll find out very quickly that eating is important. Yes. Yeah, there were a couple things that I saw about game devs. There were kind of 2 classes. There was a class that like just graduated from college, and they didn't really know what they were worth, so they get picked up by companies that would really exploit them and just work them to death. Like some mobile game companies where, they'd say, like you should be grateful for this job and just make people work 60-hour, 70-hour, 80-hour weeks. And not pay them anything close to what they were actually making on the other side. And then there's also like the old guard, which they don't even play games anymore. They sit around and they sound important, but they haven't played a game in like 10 years. And they're like really good at working on games, but they're not really good at shipping them. And it's interesting. Alright, we got these guys. We got some ham. We got some oatmeal. That's very good. Not getting paid. Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta choose with that. Like right now, I left Amazon where they pay way too much. Okay, the battle's over. A few brigands survived. Wolf stands over one, his sword to the prisoner's neck. Alright, do we kill him? Or do we take his weapons and chase him off? Well, there's one of those things with working in game development. Basically, like, if you're working in games, you can always make more money doing not games because the entertainment industry does not pay nearly as well as a lot of industries. So you kind of have this psychological trap where I'm working at this job because I love this job. I'm not getting as paid as much because this is a fun place to be. That sort of thing goes on. And so you end up very easily getting underpaid for what you do because of that. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't bitch. Jesus Christ. Engineers are fucking overpaid like way too much. And I'm an engineer and I've got a total privilege going on there where I can sit back and be like, well, I've got this wall of monitors and a technology around me. How awful is my life? But yeah. I say we kill him. A board game. A board game sounds pretty fun. All on his own time. His own time, that's rough. Mercenary requires time. Time to look over your shoulder. Time to wonder if it was the right decision. You've no time. You've no mercy. The prisoners are executed and you take little time at all. We have more important shit to deal with. We are not nice people. Yeah, animators I think get the short end of every stick. Like animators and effects people. Like they got completely screwed just a couple of years ago. And they just keep getting screwed. And it's just getting screwier for him. So we got some we got some helmets here. 110 is the armor we're looking at. So we're gonna run through our guys real quick. See who's got something under 110 and replace it with better. 105. Better. This guy's got 100. This guy's got 95. Throw it on there. It's amazing strategy based solo faction game. Solo stage just plays well. Well, good. Yeah, go get some food, man. Or lady, or whoever you are. I don't know you, so just go get some food. It's important. Go relax. Go chill out. I'll probably end the stream here in another 30 minutes anyway. I'm way past my bedtime. It is 8:30 in the morning, and I have been up since yesterday, so you know the gas is running out for me here pretty quick. All right, so we got some extra spears here, so we're gonna check who's got what, and we're gonna start from the right as we always do, and fill out the ranks. That was our only boar spear. Alright, so we got that done. Any better armor? No, no better armor. Welcome to my world on weekends. Alright. Well, my world is a weekend. I'm self-employed. I haven't seen either Sausage Party or Life of Pi Scorpion. Are they worth watching? Should I go get those? Take a moment and see what they're about. Dedicated mods. We need those. We need people who are soldiers. We need soldiers. We do. So we got enough provisions for 4 days. Well, for me at least, at the moment, I'm not giving much knowledge, so yeah, salute. Salute. Keep it up, man. We got everything we need. We got everything we need. Do we have anything we want? Another crossbow? A bow. Hunting bow. We already have an upgrade. Good. This guy has a normal crossbow. This guy's a light crossbow. The animators got screwed over. Not getting paid, credited, fired halfway through. I refuse to watch them on principle. Wait, so... Really? That sort of shit just gets under my skin. Like I've been a leader of a team. Like, yeah, I guess it didn't show up. Sorry, I didn't see anything from you, Bones. But like, I've been a team lead. I was a team lead back at EA2D for a while, and I've been a leader of people at various companies, and it's been a moral issue. Like, when you think about it, like, okay, let's say you have a friend, and that friend needs to be picked up at the airport. You know, it's a friendly thing to go do that. But when you've got a person you're working with, and he needs like a recommendation, or he needs some juicy piece of work to accomplish, you're not just affecting him. You're affecting his career. You're affecting his family. You could be saving his mom from cancer by helping this guy out in his career, because maybe he gets a little bit of money, he sends it home. You know, he might have a kid based on if you can help him out, if you make the right business decisions. And that's where it really pisses me off, where people don't understand that the people working under them are not there. Like, especially the soldiers in the trenches. Those are the guys you really need to look out for, because they're there just to do their jobs. And at the end of the day, if you can just like put in a good word, give them something fun to work on, get them motivated, you can change their entire life in a month. And there's nothing better than that. I've got a couple people that I got started into programming when they weren't programmers. And as a result, they've got jobs at places and they've got careers now. And it's not like I'm taking credit for their work. But like, just somebody to give them a foot in the door is all they need, mostly. And if you as a boss fuck them over, like, you're not just fucking them over, like, you're fucking over their families. I have no sympathy for that. That's just mean. That's evil. That's a greater evil than negligence. People in positions of leadership need to understand that they can do good. Yeah, Bones, what was your message? Go ahead and throw it out there. I didn't see even a deleted comment from you, so whatever it was, it just didn't show up. To me, at least. Two days, 1 day. We have plenty of money. Oh, we've actually fulfilled our ambition. Yes, excellent. So now we get a spear. This is a battle standard with a crying woman on it who has a black eye. And we literally traveled like 200 feet to like deliver these supplies. This is the greatest mission. Can we get another mission like this? I like it. So we're gonna equip this spear. And I'll use it. I really should. Wrong stream, yeah. I have just set up streaming stuff here. Like, this is only maybe the 4th time or 5th time I've even been on Twitch streaming anything. So, cut me some slack. I don't have Mubat set up properly. I don't have any of this stuff set up properly. So, if you have suggestions, throw them out there and I'll copy them down and see what I can do. So what are we doing? It's day 20. We have a decent mercenary band. We have lots of things. We got good people. The question is, we do not have full tier 2 weapons. We've got almost tier 2 weapons on everybody. We just need a boar spear for that guy. We're doing okay. How do we fuck this up? How do we like go mess everything up. I think it's by taking a bad quest. So let's go take a bad quest. Let's just go out there and ruin our lives. I can't tell you, Bones. I didn't see anything, so. Oh, that's cool. He's probably got his reasons, Karakan. The brackets are a protected space. Look at this. There's Veterans Duty, a $20,000 piece of equipment. That'd be something nice. But we actually have an armor dude here. It would be a bad move not to get something, right? So, why don't we go ahead and get a basic male shirt and throw it on one of these guys who probably needs it. So we got something with 95 armor in the front row. Why don't we give it to somebody who could... Yeah, we're actually starting to make some progress. Excellent. Let's sell these things. I need a quest. I need a weapon. Let's go to Torva Home and see if they have anything to do. Can we loot armor and weapons from enemies after a battle? Yes, we do. Basically, if all the weapons and armor in the game have a durability stat, and when you attack the enemies, it lowers it, and like then you can hit them because like you destroyed their armor. And the problem is, if you destroy their armor, when they die, you don't get the armor. So yes, you can loot them, but you already kind of know what you're getting. So if you kill everybody, like just swinging your axe right into their gut, you're not really going to get everything they have on them. You gotta be smart. Be smart. And also drunk. Let's get our guys drunk because we can. All right, we need more money. But we're not in awful straits. This is actually interesting. Usually we're completely screwed, needing cash. And we not this time. 2 skull mission. Grave robbers are plundering the cemetery. All right, how much to kill them? 150. All right, we'll do it. If we could just walk up behind them, crouch, and then like strip them naked, and then have them go, wait a minute. I would do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. That would be a lot of fun. But alas, we cannot do such shenanigans to these guys. So the abandoned graveyard is over to the east here, so we're gonna go run over to the east. Who do you think's in the abandoned graveyard? Electrocute them. And aside from what I was saying, aside the main thread of conversation, I was keen to help me to organize. Yeah, it's probably a limit in size. Bones. So just break it up into a couple messages. I don't have any like flooding settings on at the moment or anything, so you should be able to like throw a few in chat there. And yeah, if you send like a PM to me or whatever, I can always post that in the chat as well. I don't know. Electrocuting people in armor seems like a really mean thing to do. Or interesting, like think about it. These guys aren't just wearing armor, right? Like look at them. They got armor, but it's over Gambusum. So they've got a bunch of linen under that armor. So that armor is really never touching their skin because the armor is there to deflect the the blades away from the muscle. But the gambesum and the rest of this is to make it so it doesn't just like crush in and just take out your arm, right? So electrocuting a knight's probably not going to work at all. I don't know. We're going to need to get a knight in here, and we're going to need to electrocute him to figure out exactly how that works, though. So if any of you guys know any medieval soldiers, just send them to Washington. New to Twitch. Well, throw it into a smaller message, and we should be able to see some. I like lightning magic. The lightning magic isn't just electricity. It's like freaking actual magic, right? So we can kind of ignore the laws of physics a slight bit. Alright, so we're going to shoot zombies with arrows because that works. That's one of my things. It's like, would modern day society be better equipped to survive a zombie apocalypse? Or would ancient society? I mean, we're gonna... Obviously, you have to ignore things like population density in a question like that because we have just so many more people that there are so many more zombies. The question is more of if you had a standard village going up a bunch of zombies, you know, standard run-of-the-mill dudes, would they be able to handle it? I think they'd have a little bit better equipment, right? Like, if these guys are biting you, it's going to help out that you've been working on a farm for half your life and you know your way around. Yeah, poke him. Yeah, poke him again. Do they have brains? They have any sort of brains. Like, what wills these zombies forward? What wills them to massacre? To hate so? Do they even hate? Do they have feelings? Do they feel that? Or do they just know that they're actually the good guys in this world and we're evil? I think they're just fucking zombies. Swords don't run out of ammo. I think Square Enix would have something to say about that. Nanorobotics. That's how we accomplish any kind of articulated telekinesis. Are you sure? Are you sure? This guy just jumps back and forth. He's like, no, I want in there. Stab, stab, stab. And he doesn't miss. I love these guys. This is a true crew. Like, we got some real heroes on this adventure here. We're not about to lose them. Yeah, we're gonna mess up these zombies' life. And by life I mean non-life. Just bury the bastards. Yeah, we probably can't stun them, so we shouldn't do that. Alright, move up. Stab him in the face. Standard protocols. Polearms should be pretty good against zombies, but... I don't know life, yes. Nanorobotics. The problem I see with nanorobotics is batteries. Like, basically our entire technological infrastructure is held back by that we don't have anything better than a lithium-ion battery to power what we have currently. So we can't really do a whole hell of a lot that like a phone can't do, because either it's gonna get too hot or it's only gonna last for like 20 minutes before blowing up in your pants, which with a lot of things in life, blowing up in your pants is not something you want to happen. So until we get the next line of batteries, it's not gonna matter what technology we have, we just need more energy. Alright, we got one left. He's got decent armor. The question is, can we stab him to death into death again in order to get that armor from him? And the other question is, why the fuck do I give a shit about chainmail armor when all my guys have chainmail armor? Resurrect Tesla. Make him continue work on 0 point. Well, I mean, molecule atoms are just little centrifuges, right? Tapping into tiny electric currents in the body. Alright, well, your body is not gonna... Your body's not gonna generate that much power. I mean, this isn't the Matrix. We aren't Duracell batteries. Like, we generate a lot of energy, but it's all chemical. If we could somehow, like, make people's excess fat turn into... From eating too many cheeseburgers, turn into... power for their phone, sure, we could do something about that, but we need another level. You know, like, energy revolutions are not built on 50%. They're built on 1,000%. They're built on 100%. Orders of magnitude. And that's the other scary thing, is like, if we get batteries that are even better than what we have right now, it's not going to be your pants that blow off. It's going to be your entire body that blows up. You know, people like, oh, you can't take the new Galaxy phone on your plane. You know, you can't take the Note 7 or whatever. You know, it's a bomb. It'd be like, wait a minute. The next level of batteries is... you can't take it to the airport. You know, not take it on a plane. So we killed the Zombros and the Zombronis. Let's go back to Helheim. Okay, so we have a new ambition. What should we do? We should catch the eye of a noble house for more expensive contracts. Defeat a group of 12 opponents. Set out in the wilderness, discover the unknown, and plunder it. Or, fuck it, we're fine. I wouldn't recommend going... Yeah, especially United Airlines. Let's try to just catch the favor of a noble house. Flying is fun. Flying is fun if you're the pilot. Flying as a passenger is normally not so fun, in my experience. You explain that there were no grave robbers at the cemetery, nor humans. A necromancer lives around here. He holds the strings. Please go destroy it. This is what we were originally paid for, but if you kill that horde man, there'll be another 610 crowns. Alright, sure. Let's go kill a necromancer. The undead actually aren't too bad. If you're talking about like which airlines are awesome and which are good, which are bad, I have never had a bad experience flying Virgin Air. They're just they do stuff right. I'm always conscious for flying. We got no level ups. We got none of that shit. We got no crazy cool stuff to deal with. We just got the normal basic stuff. So let's go kill this mercenary. Everybody's afraid of him. That's what those eye sockets were. So let's go get it. Lair of the Unspeakable. Oh yeah, that's where you want to go on a Friday night. The Lair of the Unspeakable. I have a theory that all the Force in Star Wars is an advanced galaxy-wide biologically based nanorobotic system. I know that sounds ridiculous, but if you read about the Celestials, it makes sense. Well, what are the Celestials? What do you mean, the Celestials? Am I missing some expanded universe stuff here that I really should know? What is this? Hideout of the Necromancer. So we got the Hideout of the Necromancer and the Lair of the Unspeakable. This swamp is all sorts of fucked up sideways. This is like Mirkwood. And you got like Radagast the Brown running around with his rabbits. And we're being attacked by some assholes. This is not good. Celestials created the Force. Alright, well, if they created the Force, like, you're gonna have to give me a little bit more context. Like, they created the Force to do something, I would imagine. This sounds like zombies. Like, I can hear the gurgling and, like, the rasping. Look at that. That's not a natural sound. That's not brigands. And I'm assuming, Bones, that you're not talking about like some midichlorian shit from the first 3 Star Wars where they're little microbes. The Force was just nanorobots. Well, the Force was those like little critters, right? It'd be like, oh, there's tiny little beings in your blood or something. And you're helping the universe, like you're one with the bacterium in your gut, and that's why you're able to lift up an X-Wing. I'm gonna post up on these guys. I have absolutely no idea where the rest of these guys are. There are 11 of them. There are 11 of them, and we see 3 of them. Like, we need to get to high ground. Speaking of Star Wars, get to the high ground. Don't try it, Anakin! Alright, there's another guy. We're gonna try to make some sort of semblance of a defensive layer around these guys. We're basically gonna be like, that's the core of the onion, and this is the outer onion. And that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna keep firing arrows at these Zombros. Because they need to close in. Because I'm not going out. I'm not going out in the swamp. I'm tiring my guys out. Only specific ones interest me. I'm not into... So if you're not into sci-fi, you're not into medieval fantasy, then what are you? Like... I'm more into fantasy. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Like, I got a friend, John, who he just hates everything that's like medieval fantasy, and he only likes stuff like Mass Effect and Star Trek and Star Wars, where it's, you know, science fiction or science fantasy sort of stuff. He just, if it's about dragons or goblins or ghouls, he doesn't give 2 shits about it. He's like, no, I only care if they're recalibrating their sensors.